Well, it's the first classics of the year then. The Guineas look forward to it, Newmarket, and a man joining me has been on top of winner, Mr. Bailey's. Just let us know what it was like, if you remember, what it's like winning that classic. Yeah.
Well, it was 30 years ago. Oh my word, 30
Oh,
years
wow.
ago. So it's a bit of a blur coming back in. And look, it was super. I got told to wait until at least the quarter-mile pole before asking him the question, and I got far too excited and pushed the button at the bushes. So I went about 3 out, only a furlong and a bit too early. But luckily held on and happened to beat a little lad called Dittori in second. I mean, whatever happened to him?
Who knows? I've not heard of it on him much, but it is a brilliant race. I mean, it's got a great roll of honour, hasn't it? I mean, Mr. Bailey's as you rode, of course, going back into the 80s and the 70s, and more recently, like Zaphonic and obviously Franco.
Yeah, look, some super stars down the years, and everybody's hoping that we see another one, and that's the buzz. It's funny, Newmarket as a place, we're the hub or the main centre, the headquarters, racing, if you like. But just the past couple of days, I mean, the town's absolutely buzzing. The local businesses do incredibly well. And the sun has come out. We're going to get a bit of rain though, so let's hope the weather doesn't change too much. And it should be perfect conditions. Can City of Troy be the real deal, the one that we're all waiting for?
Yeah, maybe a triple crown on the agenda. When you say businesses, you mean hosteleries, don't you?
Well, I think if they go down and you bump into Busy Bee, Isaac, who runs the Busy Bee down in Newmarket, the best shoe shop in the town by miles. He'll be doing a roaring trade.
He certainly will do. Right, let's get stuck in then and see if we can find some winners and pay for those shoes, shall we? Start with the 145 then at HQ, and just what we like, a big competitive 6 furlong handicap with plenty of old favourites.
Yeah, you're trying to find something that's coming in well handicapped or in good form. I mean, Summergand is going to be high on many lists for a lot of people because he was only one horse, I think, to come from sort of the back of the pack and close in when we had that ridiculous tailwind at the Craven meeting. So it was a big eye-catching run. Richard Hoyles picked him out as his eye-catcher of the day. I mean, but at the age of 10, can we be relying on him to come and collect the prize again? I think he has to go well. If there's an improver in here, it's got to be Rabar for Charlie Hills and Jim Crowley. Look, the dam's a half-sister to Muhara, and he ran really well at York last time. He sort of came from a little bit off the gallop, but stayed really well.
Yeah, Rabar, yeah, well related as well, and I think quite a lot of that as well last year. Didn't see that one very often. Another big handicap then, this time at 229 furlongs, so the Cambridgeshire track and trip, again, wide open. It looks absolutely wide open. We've got Liberty Lane in here, and Torito is a winner on Betfred Derby weekend.
Yeah, I mean, what happened to Liberty Lane in the Lincoln was a bit of a disappointing run from him. You've got the Lincoln winner, £7 hike for the way he won. Surely that's too much. Surely that's going to slow him down reappearing here. You've got Lion of War, who's been over to America and come back. Latam, who's been a bit of my cliff horse, but he wants all the rain in the world. Maybe a step up in trip is going to suit him. I'm going to go for 2 in here because I like one at an absolutely massive price. You've already mentioned one. Torito still comes under the could be anything banner. I think he was a little bit unlucky when we saw him last time behind Waipiro at Ascot. A bit messy, got into trouble, ran really well. This could be the one to set the Kieran Schumacher, John Gosden team rolling. They want a really good horse, don't they? He might not be that, but he's going to be in triple digits and a group performer. So Torito, but right down the bottom, whopping price, Mustazid. He's a little bit of a character. He ran really well at Sandown on one occasion last year over a mile and a quarter to suggest that this handicap mark of 88 is just about within reach. Harry Eustace, big year for him. No weight. Safi Osborne, big player, big each way player. I think Torito will take a bit of beating. Mustazid could hit the board.
2 against the field then, 1 at each end of the market. Right, let's look at the Palace House then. And You mentioned earlier about Summergan being one that came off the pace. Obviously, Mick Barney was certainly one of those as well in the Aberdeen who caught so many eyes. The only one that really came from the back. But is there a potential now that he's going to be overbet and a bit short in the market?
He may well be a little bit tight, but it was an eye catcher, wasn't it? He's fully effective, 5 or 6 furlongs, and he's only recently been switched across to the new team. I think he could be a pretty decent money spinner for them. I mean, look, significantly, was a bit disappointed behind Dark 30. T-Spirit got away up on the far side and got it done. The Dream is bidding to go back to back in here. A beautiful Diamond down the bottom. She wants all the rain in the world. I was listening to Carl Burke. He said the more rain, the better for her. It's got to be Mick Barney. It's a small field. We are going to be held up. It will be a Spencer special, but I think that he will come and collect the prize. And a rating of 109, I dare say we'll be seeing this lad climb the sprinting ladder this season.
Maybe on route to Royal Ascot then. Mick Barney certainly did catch an eye, say, in the Aberdeen. Right then, let's discuss it then. The first classic of the season, it is the Kipco 2000 Guineas, such an illustrious roll of honour. A real decent renewal. Yes, we've got a long odds-on favourite, a short price favourite. Aidan O'Brien's been waxing lyrical about, who may be their latest Triple Crown contender. But we've got Rosalian. Remember, obviously, Hartem won the Craven, and Richard Allen said he can't even lay a glove on Rosalian. We've got Night Raider. Carl Burke been talking this up as the best he's ever had. We've got Task Force as well. Rafe Beckett been quite shooting on this one. Iberian, Charlie also. Lots of big names, lots of big chances, but it does revolve around a short price favourite from Ballydoyle.
It does. We've got 4 horses bidding to maintain their 100% record. Night Raider, Notable Speech, who's 3 from 3 at Kempton, Ghostwriter, and of course the aforementioned City of Troy, who went through the grades beautifully. They were worried about the ground, weren't they, before the Dewhurst, and he came out and absolutely dotted up. So fascinating. He comes over as the sole runner for the team. They normally have a 2, 3, 4 strong squad that go in the first couple of classics of the year, but him and also Ylang going to be the only one for the girls on the Sunday. Look, if you shy away from him, where is the value in the lineup? All the way down through that you talk about. Rosalian's going to serve it up to him as well. Don't you worry about that. This is no gimme for the odds-on favourite. Just think that Ali Anabi has flown completely under the radar. He was second to City of Troy. He looks a miler for all the world. Now, I was lucky enough to be at the Craven meeting where he worked prior to racing. It wasn't spectacular. However, that is often a really good sign of a racecourse gallop, because we're not wanting to see the finished article. They're taking him there to get his blood up and get him racing and put him on the bridle. So I just think that Ali Anabi at a big price each way, he's probably the way to play it for me. The others, I think that they all really are playing for places. The 2-year-old division from last year has stacked up really well. Rosaline, City of Troy, head and head. What happens if one of them doesn't turn up? Ali Anabi, forgotten about, could get a big slice.
Ali Anabi then, yeah, he really caught the eye with that finishing kick when he won there, didn't he? A couple of starts ago. But Ali Anabi for you each way. Just a word on the favourite. Obviously, Aidan O'Brien, it's very rare that you get him waxing lyrical about horses so much as he has of this one. So he quite clearly said he's the best juvenile they've ever had.
Yeah, and being able to pop along up on the front end, of course, you remember Justify was a wonderful racehorse, and he's made a point of saying he's not overly big until you stand into him, and then you realise what a strong physical he is. I know that Dean Gallagher, former champion hurdle winning jump jockey Dean Gallagher, has been riding work on this lad for some time. Reports that everything is going well. He seems to have thrived from 2 to 3. Everything's been smooth. And probably, if we're to look at him as an individual, he's going to stay, isn't he? He really is going to stay. So maybe this is the toughest ask for him as he works his way through the grades this season. Look, we all want to see a superstar. It's not going to be easy for him. It's not going to be a gimme, because Rosalian is bang there. What are they? They gave him a 117. Remember how disappointed Richard Hannon was when he got beat at Doncaster under very soft conditions. you know, the likes of Iberian, who was impressive there, and then he got lapped in the Dewhurst. He was beaten 9 lengths. He's going to want an absolute deluge of rain. And Night Raider, we just don't know how good he is. Winning twice at Southwell, 9 lengths and 5 lengths. Surely that's not good enough, though, is it, to lower the big boys' colours? So, yeah, we rely on Aiden yet again.
It's a fascinating renewal, classic by name, and it is a classic by nature. I'm really looking forward to the big race, 3:35 on Saturday, the 2,000 guineas. Right, let's just head to Goodwood as well, because we've got a race there, the Conqueror Stakes for the fillies. If it goes ahead, it'll suit Novus because she's just a horse who cannot have it deep enough.
Yeah, she was a little bit disappointing in the Earl of Sefton behind Ottoman Fleet. Prior to that, last year, she'd gone through the grades really, really well. She does have to carry a little bit of a penalty in here. When you go down through them, Matt, I don't know about you, this time of the season, a run under your belt, right, I think is a huge pointer. 3-year-old allowance is £13. We get 1 3-year-old in the lineup, Marcella, who bumped into a pretty good horse of Godolphin's, who's actually got a 25-1 quote for the coronation at the moment. And she flew home late in the day. I really think she'll handle a bit of dig in the ground. She ran under soft conditions last year. And with an official rating of 90 and that 3-year-old wait for age allowance, I think she's been massively overlooked in the market. Look, Orchard Bloom ran really well over in France. Choicer has had a run. Breeze was second in the Sandringham. There's good form in there. £13 wait for age, just slotting into double digits. Marcella, big runner.
Okay, then Marcella there at Goodwood. And we will go to Thirsk for the Thirsk Hunt Cup.
Very well done.
Yes. Good luck. You'll be on national TV trying to say that on Saturday. So best of luck with you for that one as well. In years gone by, I've had plenty of Newmarket Raiders try and snare this prize, but top of the market seems dominated by Northern trainers.
Yeah, we've got last year's winner, Northern Express. We've got the 2022 winner, Ridana. We've got one Southern trainer, if you like. We've got Racing Breaks Rider, who comes here, and also Hiramichi, who actually did win at Ripon last time for Jack Shannon. All the others are sort of home-based contingent, bar Eddie Giles. And when you look down through them, you're trying to find something. I think Thunder Roar is going to be towards the top of the market. But look back at his run at Leicester last time, and who was in behind, got no run whatsoever. Look back smiling for the Gemma Tutty team. Joanna Mason gets the leg up, is drawn down in stall number 4. She'll get a perfect run round from there. Managed to win for Gemma. It was sort of a bit of a highlight for them, winning at Doncaster at the opening Lincoln meeting. It was a very good performance there. And I thought maybe handicapped out of it on a mark of 87. Having none of it. Should have definitely got a little bit closer at Leicester last time. Double digits again with a good draw, good jockey. Yeah, quite like Look Back Smiling.
Look Back Smiling, the spring mile winner, wasn't he? He's been kept busy, poor lad. Yeah, Brandon Wilkie claiming a valuable £5. 6 races then looked at. Where would be the nap or the best bet of the weekend?
The more I look at it, and the more that I'm intrigued with the form of the Balding team, with the run under their belt, and Jason Watson's a jockey I like. Let's hope that Goodwood goes ahead, and Marcella for Andrew Balding could easily take advantage of that £13 wait for age allowance.
Marcella then at Goodwood. She's been rain lashed this week. Right, join Jason then on ITV this weekend. Looking forward to say that classic, the 2,000 guineas. We'll his thoughts as well later on at the weekend for the 1,000 guineas, the fillies equivalent on Sunday. But wherever you're back in this weekend, as always, please gamble responsibly.